Hello guys, what's up? Myself Rashmamadi from class 10, and today I'm going to give some extra knowledge or some content. So let's start. So tomorrow is my SST test of Geography Agriculture chapter 4. So I am going to just revise. Why tea and coffee are grown in hill stream? It is because both tea and coffee consume more than 150 centimeter of year rain and rainfall. Then these crops are grown mostly in hilly areas, as in hilly areas. Rainwater frequent means rainwater is always happening there, and where the rainwater is always frequent, there can be grown either tea and coffee. If the water is stagnant on the crop, that then the plant damages it. Then hilly areas receive more rainfall than the mountain areas or hill slope. As hills allow rain to pour down. There areas suitable for tea and coffee. That's next. What are fiber crops? Fiber crops are those crops from which we get natural fibers. What is horticulture? Horticulture is an intensive farming of fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Just 1 minute. It's intensive cultivation of agriculture, fruits and vegetables. Then what are beverage crops? Keep example. The crops from which drinks are prepared are called beverage. The crops from which drinks are prepared are called beverage. For example, tea and coffee. The crops from which drinks are prepared. The crops from which drinks are prepared are called beverage crops. For example, tea and coffee. Then at the end of the oilseeds. Where Gujarat is the vast producer of groundnut oilseeds. It's an edible groundnut is an edible soil. Groundnut is an edible oil seeds, and it is mostly famous in Gujarat. And edible also, if it will be asked that give some examples of edible oil seeds, then it can be groundnut, mustard, coconut, teal or sesamum. Groundnut, mustard, coconut, sesamum, soybean, sunflower. Six is for revising. Coconut, sesamum, soybean, groundnut, mustard, sunflower. Then non-edible linseed castor shell. It is used in production of soap. Cotton seed is used to make hydrogenated oil. Cotton. Then discuss cropping patterns in India. India has 3 cropping pattern seasons as Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and Zaid crops. Kharif season coincides with advancing monsoon season or rainy season in India. Important Kharif crops are rice, groundnut. Rabi season are those crops which held with winters in India. Important crops are wheat, mustard. Discuss cropping patterns in India. India has three cropping patterns. For example, not example, that is three. That Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and Zaid crops. Kharif crops are those crops which require advancing monsoon. With advancing monsoon, then for example, most important of rice maize. All right, rice groundnut, rice maize and paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, mungo, urd, urad, cotton jute, ground, maize, rice maize, groundnut. Rabi season, Rabi crops coincide with winters. Rabi crops coincide with winters. Rabi crops coincide with winter. Important crops are wheat, mustard. Wheat, mustard. In between Rabi and Kharif, there is a small cyclical water